So I haven't had a car for more than 3 years now. Will be 3 years, and I've been out of the car game for a long while, and I've been driving friend's car, my dad's car occasionally, but I'm looking at it now. Is that I did not know where the most of the car companies is shifting their petroleum to electronic, which I find it very very discouraging. But at the same time, it does make sense with the climate. It's about the environmental, to look after the environmental. So Volvo is announcing next year to release all their cars as electronics, and as well electric cars. I'm sorry, not electronics. BMW, BMW, Volkswagen, Mercedes, and other brands in the Europe are announcing their fair share of having complete electric cars by 2030, as Europe has a major pollution problem regards to the trucks and the cars, especially diesel as well. So they wanted to reduce it and go towards a better well. It's sad. Now we're gonna see petrol cars to be as luxury cars, and for me, the car that I really wanted to have, I have to get it now. Because if I don't have it now, it may not be in the like if I want it in the future, it's not gonna be there. Even if it does be there, it's gonna be expensive. It's gonna be classified luxury. Petrol's gonna be like expensive, expensive like resources. And New South Wales government wants to implementing a law to crush every single car that is made before 2002, because cars who's been made that were made before 2002, they're polluted, petrol not efficient, and as well they are not safety rating as what it is today when it comes to crash. So I wanted to buy this car. It's up the screen, and I made the video about it, and this is the best time to buy it, and I only got like a few years to enjoy petrol cars. I have to, I know manual is dying out, but I just need to buy it now, even though there's no need for me to have the car, or I don't have the money to sustain the car, but this is the best time. And plus this car is classified as a heritage, so it can be placed on a club permit. So any cars that's classified as classic or heritage will not be classified as crashing. So that's a good one step for me. My view on electric car, how is this going to go in the future, is that according to a lot of researchers, say we Australia are not up to the standard, as government hasn't implemented a lot of electric stations or things like infrastructure for it. However, we've got the Tesla who created their lithium battery, I think it's called Giga factory in Australia. So they want to mass produce the lithium battery. So that's what the main thing about these electric cars. They're running on the lithium battery. I think it's 18650, or some of you might know it as the e-cigarette batteries. They use those. Then they use like large quantity of maybe 20,000 of them underneath the car and charge it up. Now the biggest thing in the future is that yes, we can move forward. I'm not sure how the people will react to this, but the government will push really hard. So petrol. Yes, as I mentioned before, petrol and diesel creates a lot of carbon emission, and they are one of the most reliable on a car in today's standard. However, electric cars, as you guys may know, as Tesla and a lot of Chinese investors and brands invest a lot in electric. I remember when I got back from China, I was really shocked to see one of the public buses is complete electric, and it's very quiet. But at the same time, the battery has a limitation of distance. So China is going really, it's a really advanced in this area, and that's why Volvo is the one is taking the first company to be fully automatic electric, as is owned by China. China bought out Volvo. There's a lot of brands as well in China. I haven't seen much, but I get to see a lot more electric station has been placed in a lot of areas in China. But I heard from people who goes to Europe, there's a lot has been implemented in Europe as well. So there's a lot of those areas. But here's my view. I don't know how far would this go, but I'm pretty sure the government will make as possible as appealing and mandatory to have electric car. It's amazing just to see that, because of they did the same thing with gas car. They give incentive those who converted their petroleum cars to gas, LPG gas. So when they converted to LPG gas, that's what the government did, but they didn't make it mandatory of everyone to get on the wagon of the gas. It is still cheaper than petrol and diesel. However, it wasn't mandatory, because apparently there's some consequences towards them. Anywho, we'll talk about the where is this gonna head to? Is this gonna be like 3D TV? You remember the 3D TV when it came out, and it didn't last long. Would it just die out? Would it be just a short trend, and would it die out, or would it just simply just making an advancement towards people who buys Tesla? I think Tesla one per charge can go 426 kilometers for per charge, but I heard a lot of brands hasn't perfected that level. But even I reckon in the future market, buying electric cars is not only just there's entry, middle range, and luxury model. I believe the electric kilometers will be diverted in different area and different section, and of course the longer duration of the distance of the car will be usually won't be luxury, because on a luxury item they want it to be seen as prestige high class item, as you guys know it. There's a reason why they're expensive. Like I reckon the electric economy probably will be the hatchbacks or the small, but I reckon it'll probably be the cheap or the middle range. I'll be around there, but at the same time, Europe is a very, very strong advocate with the 2030, the Paris climate change. They're really, really strong towards it, but I'm not sure how the world it is, as people are looking at America is stepping out of it, and as well, that's another topic. I can't talk about that. But how does this go? People who has a hybrid cars nowadays, when first hybrid cars came out, they were all complaining about, oh gosh, the battery will last 10 or 15 years, I don't know how many years, and you have to spend like 6-7 grand just to replace that battery. I'm not sure how much it's being reduced down nowadays, but lithium battery, I don't know what sort of battery they use, I don't know, but the lithium battery is just using I think like 20 bucks each, or 15. I know the Panasonic ones, but I'm not sure. The Tesla has a bigger version, because they're a lot bigger, just the manufacturer for the car, but they cost expensive, each of them. But I reckon, what I've realized, based on my family who's having cars, is that I had a shitty car. It doesn't run by electronics, but it's run on like old school technology because it's 1993. And the car my dad used to have was the Beamer, and it was like I think it's a mid range or entry range. 325. That's the entry range, yeah. BMW 325, yeah. But there's so much electronic going on, and the electronics, the computer system, you have to wipe it out each service, and it costs a lot of money on wiping the system out, and you can't just DIY to fix the car. You need professional, European car specialists to fix those cars, wipe the computer system, and change things, change that. Even though that car cost my dad a lot of money when it comes to servicing and repairs, just constantly problem, because he has a high mileage, which is over 150 k's. Yep, 150 k's. I just can't imagine what's electric car, how prolonged the life is going to be like, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be way more expensive than normal cars, because everything is electronic. Nobody can touch it. I don't think mechanics is that easily to function those. There's just too much wiring. There's too much going on the car. Electric car will become one of the most expensive luxury item to have, to keep, because of the car is going to be cheap, but the maintenance is going to be expensive. It's just going to be like a European concept, unless they find a way in the future. But I don't know. I doubt it's going to be efficient or cheap. People will start to want petrol car back again. The old one. They're all reliable. They're great. They cost cheap, but it's just petrol. Because government there, and all these places, they have to make money. I reckon mechanics will be kind of died out in the future. But because of the high advancement of technology, they'll classify new name titles for mechanics as well. So that is another thing. So we have that. Yeah, I just need to find a time and buy that car. Then my little MX-5 NA. Since it's set as a classic. So what's your view on electric car? Comments below, because I'm seeing this. I'm not petrol head, but I don't see electric does for me. But if it does for the world, it does for the thing. I don't know. And plus, it's just gonna skyrocket your electrical bill. It kind of makes sense why electricity bills, utility companies are going up and up and up, especially in Western world and Australia. I can't speak for China, because China, goddamn, your electric bill is so cheap. 2,000 renminbi for a whole month, a whole year. Gosh damn, that's so cheap. And then for us, it's like, it keeps increasing. People struggle to pay off the electricity bill. The next one, I reckon electricity bills is going to be having electric cars charging 6-8 hours just to fully charge a car. It will cost more than petrol. I believe it will cost way more, but I don't know where this going to head to, because I know the government would jack the petrol prices up really high, forcing people, as government putting incentive for people to buy electric cars. So that's my opinion on electric car and how the future goes. Sadly, I'm not going to see manual electric cars. I'm going to hear bloody less than a lawnmower motor. It's not going to be, I don't know.